Hello, guys. So, welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS, and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So, if today is the first way you dey see our program, so for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So, for now, I'm gonna start with today's show. All right. So today is gonna be very, very interesting. So now, what we dey hear be say Arsenal don't finally agree £86 million deal for Victor Gyökeres. That's the transfer fee. Now make I put a disclaimer. Say no be today be the first time we dey hear this kind of thing. Say Arsenal want to sign this player, Arsenal interested in the player, Arsenal like Gyökeres, this and that. But now the news it don't come back today. You get this one, it shocked me as it shocked some people now. It shocked me. And so many media houses put out this story. I don't fit screenshot all of them. CDR talk about and Leonino talk about and hard tackle, London Evening Standard. Make I just let you know see how they take report am. This is a developing story. Now, the London Evening Standard, they talk say Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal updates as though they put am because I just saw it this morning. So another Sporting CP star in Victor Gyökeres has been linked with a move to the Premier League, namely with Arsenal. Well, according to Leonino, the Gunners have now agreed to pay the Portugal Giants £86 million to sign the Swedish international. Now, the way London Evening Standard puts their own. CDR, Arsenal have agreed to pay £86 million for little striker. You get now, according to recent report, Arsenal have agreed to a deal to pay 86 million for the highly sought after striker on the continent. Hard tackle say they want to sell Victor Gyökeres for less than his closer. Sporting Lisbon want to sell him for less than his. When you read the entire, I don't want like post screenshot of the entire story, but the cocoa of the story be say Arsenal don't agree to pay. Now the Daily Canon, you get Arsenal to sign huge transfer with the Gyökeres. Like the list goes on and on and on. You get so many media houses are reporting it now. So what I would say is let's take this news with a pinch of salt as we still the observer again, because for some time we are really talking about Gyökeres every day. You see how we report Calafiori every day. At some point, that's why we report Gyökeres every day. All of a sudden, the trail just go cold. Don't hear anything again. Now you don't return back now today. So not just the monitor between today, tomorrow. We'll see whether I sure because today even vex me. Most times now reportable organization like Che go talk say London Evening Standard dey post fake news. Have you seen na Daily Canon don talk say na rubbish dey post? Like because all of these people, most times Fabrizio Romano sef dey publish story on their platform. So I know what he go talk now. So but all I will say is we'll just observe, we'll just see. Anyhow we dey go, Shola dey here. I'm going to follow the story back to back. I'm going to let you know as they go. Now, we can't even hear say, according to Just Arsenal, they say Arsenal have a fine advantage over Barcelona striker, over Barcelona in the race to sign Nico Williams. Now, when I actually opened the story, I can see a portion of the story that talks say, however, a report on goal.com reveals that Arsenal is now the true leader in the race to sign Nico Williams, despite Joan Laporta, who is the president of Barcelona, claiming that Barcelona can sign Nico Williams. Internal sources suggest otherwise. His comments have reportedly angered some people within Barcelona, who argue that it is unrealistic given Barcelona's current financial difficulties, including issues with unregistered players. So the players say back and never fit register. They are having some complicated the process. Now, these financial struggles mean Barcelona will likely struggle to compete with Arsenal for Williams' signature. Now, based on that place you write, however, a report on goal.com, I never see the report, so that is a hyperlink. I just click on it, just carry me go the goal.com story because no say not be every story you will see sometimes. So through that Just Arsenal, I entered this story from goal.com. So this story is very, very recent. The story was put out yesterday. I miss him. I don't even see him. Now, Goal is saying Arsenal and Chelsea set to battle for 58 million euros Nico Williams, with Barcelona transfer unlikely. You get unlikely for Spain Euro 2024 hero after your Laporta declaration lists Blaugrana players disappointed. Now, when you now enter the midst of the story, when you now go ahead and look at what the story entails. Now they come and say, some Baka people, they know they're happy with their president based on the way we say in the jam mouth, in the talk. Now they say, what next for inside the story? Now they say Williams impressive partnership with Lamine Yamal, obviously, come make a Baka. Say, okay, I say we must make sure say we get you. But I don't want to read much. When you go down the story, they say yes, the likelihood of Williams wearing the Blaugrana jersey this summer remains very, very slim. That is the major takeaway from this story. Say, forget waiting Baka president they talk. Forget waiting La Liga president they talk. The reality is that Baka, for them to get it there, but the chances are very, very slim. Now, according to the Athletic, the Gunners have identified Nico Williams as the first choice transfer targets should they decide to strengthen their options on the wings. Nevertheless, the deal remains complicated as the Atletico Bilbao club star Hefty's clause must be paid in full up front, which might require Arsenal to offload some of their current players towards creating both space and funds for the transfer, which is probably why Arsenal they entertain offers to sell the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson, and Edin Nketiah to free up space and free up funds. Now, did you know that despite Barcelona's historical lore and the club's strong interest in Williams, financial issues make a move to Camp Nou improbable? You get, say they see all the issues over the year. Now, come to the second paragraph. They say, however, as the Athletic reports, sources close to Barcelona squad indicates that these statements have left some players disappointed as the club has yet to make registration issues with La Liga. They are yet to resolve registration issues with La Liga for the upcoming season. So, Barca get their own internal problems. Yet, the president come and say, they run the match. Say they want to sign this player. Where the money be? Where's the money going to be coming from? So, these are some of the arguments. Now, you know, come up for Nico Williams issue. Fabrizio Romano called the drop one bomb. She don't say Osimhen is very, very close to join PSG. Like I never saw that coming. I know say PSG being offered 170 million for Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia, but Napoli reject them. But now they say PSG now won't go direct. They won't go for only Osimhen. So Fabrizio Romano called the report say Paris Saint-Germain are advancing in talks with Victor Osimhen's camp as their interest is now getting concrete. Now, Osimhen is keen on joining PSG and open to the move if they can agree a deal or a fee with Napoli. He'd be very high. He'd be very high on PSG list if one center striker left. Now, Napoli on the other hand, they are waiting for Osimhen to leave, but they get Lukaku because I read reports this morning that Lukaku is very, very keen. Like he's waiting for only Napoli. He wants to reunite himself with Antonio Conte. He gets. But look at this deal. What is the significance of this deal to Arsenal? You know, say Napoli said they didn't interested in Victor Gyökeres. You get Arsenal said get Osimhen in their list, in their scale of preference. So if Osimhen leaves, how many striker are there for market again? Where Arsenal will say, okay, this is who we want. Only Gyökeres. Probably why would they hear the news now say, okay, Arsenal won't go for Victor Gyökeres, who they feel is a cheaper alternative to Osimhen because Napoli are not going to budge on that fee. So all these are the variables on the front burner this morning. So we'll just watch, especially this Nico Williams matter, because today Fabrizio Romano also updated that Manchester City don't go unveil Savio today. You see next season, imagine Savio on one wing, Jeremy Doku on another wing, Foden still day, Grealish day. So we need to match their energy. As they bring Savio, we will bring Nico Williams. Even though when you remember, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was telling you that Arsenal getting Nico Williams will be very, very difficult with Barcelona still in the race. Unless Barca concedes, say, okay, we don't have the financial clouds to actually make this deal a reality. That is when Arsenal will come in. As Goal.com, the report now say, Arsenal are actually the front runners, are actually the favorites to get Nico Williams. So more just to watch how everything they go. It's exciting times. If at the end of the day, if we get this player, if we get Nico Williams, imagine Arsenal they play Nico Williams the one wing, Saka the another wing. See, hey, I can't wait. I wish if wishes were horses though, because right. So we'll just see how everything will unfold at the end of the day. All these things just they develop every day. Now, people like Eric Cantona, maybe one of the senior men for England football, again. So Baba don't come and second they praise the likes of Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham. So he's saying these guys are like the new generational talents for England football, that they are doing very, very well, and they still get a lot of years to go. Now today I'm even going to read the statements put out by Gareth Southgate when they talk. So, say England only like 58 years now, they never win trophy. 58 years, and they qualify for final back to back. So that was why everybody did desperate for them to win something. So that desperation, he did here. So about the line, say all this smally now, men are no fear. They still there for the future. If the current people did there no winner, then say go winner. So maybe they just give them more time, which is why Southgate talks. Okay, well, since we don't feel winner for my own time, make another person stick on try. Most see another person that go give una the title. So we'll see how it will be. Now, football Italia. They say Arsenal they wait for Bologna and Basel. May they deal, may they handle their conflicts, may they resolve everything. Because at this point now, most people that search what's going on with Calafiori deal, don't be Arsenal hand the day now. Arsenal are ready to match the fee, but Bologna are being greedy. So Bologna they tell Basel say, see, when I reduce na 50% sell-on fee, reduce that percent. You get, because it not gonna make sense. So we say the guy and me and you can share equal. So no be Arsenal hand the day. That's what Football Italia is telling us this morning. So Arsenal, we don't have a choice. We wait for them. Once they don't resolve their conflicts, although when you read the reports put out by Football Italia, I read the entirety of the reports, when you can't go down, they say Bologna are optimistic that Basel will actually bring down that their selling clause. Because at 50% today, they may bring it down to like 30. Then the deal will go through. So more just the wait. But the question people are not asking is, what happens if Basel say, agreement na agreement? When they sign, I know that. Agreement is agreement. What next? What now happens? Will Basel go through with their threats? Say, if we no reduce this thing, this deal no go work. This time the player go there. Who loses at the end of the day? Because nobody's really coming out to say, okay, we're going for Calafiori because the player sold for the Arsenal project. Juventus, were they interested, are not willing to pay the 50 million euros, which is why Bologna no one sell them to them in the first place, apart from their animosity and hatred they don't get for Juve. Juve, if push comes to shove, Juve is not ready to pay that money. So now only Arsenal, in the grand scheme of things, they're ready. It's okay, want to pay. So I don't just know how this story go end, but it must surely end now. We'll just watch. And funnily enough, now this week, Calafiori is supposed to return to Bologna for pre-season, which he doesn't want to because he's with his girlfriend on vacation. So the guy wants after the vacation, may just enter Arsenal. But I think now Bologna whole knife, they whole yam. So I don't know anyhow they want to cut up. And then Sabi would they we just observe. Now they're going to say Arsenal, according to just Arsenal, say Arsenal are already lining up an alternative left back in case of necessity, in case Calafiori deals fails to pull through. Now, somebody go ask, Sachus, who be the alternative person we Arsenal define? Now, he's no other person than Goncalo Inacio, who plays for Sporting Lisbon. He plays as a centre-back for Sporting Lisbon, just the way Calafiori plays as a centre-back for Bologna, but he still has that versatility to play left-back. He's very, very good. In fact, look, I even bust a brain. Liverpool are actually looking for this player to replace Van Dijk. Because Van Dijk said, not come as I talk, say, he don't really know how in future will be based on he meant or not come up for Liverpool. So instead of the reason the option, say, when that time don't reach to go Saudi Arabia. Okay, so this is an exclusive story put out by Cut Offside for Liverpool to be looking at Goncalo Inacio to replace Virgil van Dijk. It shows you the pedigree, how good the player is, for them to look and say, okay, and the guy will cost 60 million euros, which is about 50.4 million pounds to get him. Now, when you look at the story put out by Just Arsenal, at the bottom part of the story, they can't put one sentence, say, if Arsenal they complain, say maybe Calafiori deal too cost. This one they won't go cost person. But the thing is, Arsenal are not complaining that the deal is too cost. Arsenal are agreed, they are willing to pay. They're just waiting for Basel and Bologna to agree. So this one are like a last resort. And the Goncalo Inacio is 22 years old, similar age range and with the Calafiori. And they play, if I want to read that report, they play a similar style of football. You get, but the thing is, Liverpool now be the front runners to get that one. Arsenal are the front runners to get Calafiori. So everybody gets through and they fine. And Liverpool, they try to rush the deal because they don't want to make another person enter the deal because Arsenal now they scam the deal. So okay, in case our targets ain't no work, we'll go for target B. So I just let you know all the story how they go. Now, Calafiori's old manager that managed him at Basel is coming out to speak up on the player. This is like a review. They give him a 5-star review. So the Mirror now actually put out the story. Now they say Ricardo Calafiori's former manager Heiko Vogel has sung the praises of the Italian international ahead of his anticipated move to Arsenal. Now Vogel was Basel's boss for their run to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League in 2022-2023 season, with Calafiori playing 34 times in all competitions. Where are those people when they talk, say, the guy Calafiori, the guy injury record, he's injury prone, but see, they play 34 times. For Bologna, I play 30-something times again. And they talk, say, get injury. Let's move to the second paragraph. Now, Baba, they talk, say, he has everything. The manager told Sky Sports, because he was telling Sky Sports in an interview session, he has everything. On one hand, you have the possession game. On the other hand, at fullback, in the there, center back, in the there, he's aggressive. He's good in duels. In 1-versus-1 situation, he has good mentality. He's good at anticipation. Everything you need to be at the highest level in the possession game and opponent's possession, he has everything, but he's very young and he can still improve. These are some of the reasons why Arteta won the idea. Many people like me are saying, Baba, this deal don't go too long. Oh, push another person. Arteta saying no. This guy. Now, things like this, because Arteta doesn't just go for people. Now, nobody like before, no get Champions League, they go for any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Now, they go for 1-1. So, for Arteta to look this guy say, this is the guy that will cure the problem in our left back. Arteta knows what he's doing. So, Moko just be optimistic. Say, after all this dancing, whether they dance for the market square with Bologna and Basel, at the end of the day, we will get our main man. Get. If it happens, I'll be very, very happy. Now, Alan Smith, when they advise Aaron Ramsdale, based on everybody knows Aaron Ramsdale wants to leave Arsenal, but the question is, leave to where? That's what Alan Smith is asking Aaron Ramsdale this morning. Baba, you want leave to where? When you look at all the clubs in the EPL, look at the top clubs in the EPL, which person they find strike or they find keeper? Even those who they find keeper, they define you. That's the question. Because this Baba the talk said, I think it's going to be difficult for him. I was looking at the Premier League table, and most teams in the top half have their first choice goalkeeper positions well covered. He was telling Gentin Casino. Now, it's difficult to see anywhere that Ramsdale will go in as number 1. Would he want to go in as number 2 somewhere else? I wouldn't have thought so, because that will not really get him anywhere. Perhaps he needs to look further down the table. So, but further down the table, back on the talk, say, maybe Ramsdale will go join people who just promote. Or those Ipswich them, or those Leicester them. Maybe he will go join them. But when he goes to join them, he runs the risk of going back to relegation, going back to championship, whence he came from. Because who was Ramsdale in the grand scheme of things before Arteta went to rescue him from relegation strugglers, to bring him to Arsenal, beat him up, transform him, refine him into finished goods, and everybody they sing in praises. So now people say he won't leave. Why are the top clubs not willing to take a risk on him? These are the questions these are the questions we need to ask. Now he wants to leave. Why are the top clubs not willing to take a risk on him? Number one question, what will they ask? Why are they going to Russia? I don't really know. So what really happens with Ramsdale? Will he still leave? Or will he choose to still stay as number 2? Now, only Ramsdale, if he answer that question, me, I don't know what he did in mind. Transfer window is still long. So more just follow the window as they go. Now, onto the biggest news of the day. So TDR, Daily Canon, Leonino, Hard Tackle, London Evening Standard, so many media organizations are reporting that Arsenal have finally agreed £86 million deal to sign Victor Gyökeres. This news, I'm not going to lie for you, nobody today will not hear this kind of thing. So take it with a pinch of salt, you get, as we continue to monitor the story. London Evening Standard put on like this. TDR, knock their own like this. Then Hard Tackle, knock their own like this. Then Daily Canon, knock that, like everybody saying, I don't know that in planner. Everybody just the same thing. So we'll just take it with a pinch of salt as we keep monitoring it. You get. Then we'll get to a logic. This story, surely we'll get to a logical conclusion at the end of the day. So, my dear Arsenal, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show an end. So, it's like come your way in the evening to give you the evening news. So, then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now, get mouse, guys. All right. Bye bye.